Okay, the place value chart can be found on page 8 of your book. Honestly, this is a big fat hairy deal, and it is going to come back when we hit chapter 5. So we're going to go to page 8. The first digit past the decimal on going left is the ones place, then tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. Notice each one has a technically ones place, then a tens and a hundreds. Each group of 3 is called a period. So, and each period always has a ones, tens, hundreds place. So in the thousands period, here's 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s. In the millions, 1 millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, and so on. So the next period would be billions place. So, just like I said, a period is a group of 3 digits that go in the order of ones, tens, hundreds. So, what is the place value of the digit 3 in each example? Well, 1, 10, hundreds. So you would put hundreds. And on this one, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. And in the last example, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000, 1 million. So this is in the millions place. Honestly, this is coming back, so you need to learn it now. Now, if writing the combination of ones and tens place, no matter which period it's in, if it takes 2 words, you have to use a hyphen. So 27 is in the thousands period. So we would say 20-7, because it takes 2 words to write 27, thousand, and then 700, then 85. Again, it takes 2 words to write it, so you have to use the hyphen. Then, and because this is in the 785 is in the ones period, we don't have to put a word after the 5. Then for 350,230, 50 can be written as 1 word, 30 can be written as 1 word. So we don't have to use a hyphen. So 350,000, 200, and then 30. Now, writing these words and writing these numbers either in standard or written form. Since this is written in words, we have standard form is just writing the numbers. So 72, a 7 and a 2. Well, this is ones, thousands. Okay, so that's 23. 20, 20-3, and that's in the millions. Then the 8 is in the 1,000s place, so 8,000, and then 200. And since there's nothing in the tens place, we don't have to put it. We just write 4. Notice the word and is not anywhere near any of these parts. The word and would go where the decimal goes, which we will learn later. Now, 546. So 540-6. It's written exactly as we would say it, except for we wouldn't say -6. But everything else is exactly the same. Now, 708. Well, hundreds is in the third spot, so we would put a 7. 8 is just 8. So since there's nothing, between those, we would put a 0. Now, expanded form. Expanded form is using the place value of the digits to rewrite a number. It's using the place value of the digits to rewrite a number. And I always use shortcuts or some form of shorthand because I don't like having to write so much. So anytime you see that symbol, it means it's a number. Now, the 9 is in what place value? You're right if you said thousands. So that's 9 represents 9,000. Then we put a plus sign, and then the 4 is in what place value? Yep, you got it, 400. Since there isn't a tens place, we just drop that, and then we put plus 30. Okay? Now, this 3 is in millions, so we have to write 3 million, and then plus, and the 5 represents 5,000, plus, and then the 3 represents 300, and then plus 1. For our last example, this 3 is in the hundred thousands place. So we say 300,000 plus, and this 9 represents 10,000s. So we put plus 90,000. There isn't a thousand, so we skip that. And then plus 400, and then plus 8. The next thing we need to know how to do is interpret tables. From the table below, answer the following question. How far has an object fallen in free fall at 3 seconds? Well, the time is called t, and the distance, the formula for the distance fallen is 16t squared. So if we put a 0 in for t squared, well, 16 times 0 squared is still 0. And if we put 1 in there, 1 squared is 1, so 16 times 1 gives us 16 feet. Okay? Well, at 3 seconds, that would be 16 times 3 squared, which is 16 times 9. And that would give us 144 feet. And the last thing in chapter 1.2 is how to fill out a check. Alright, it says write a check for $105.37 to C&B, which is Citizens National Bank, on June the 30th, and we're going to make it for this year. So June is the 6th month, so we put 6-30 and since this is 2012, we say -12. And then we put C&B, and then we put in the little box 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this check out, you would say here, 105 period 37. Now when you are filling this che 5, and then you would say 37 over 100, and then you would put an arrow over to dollars. And of course then you would put your signature. Okay? And occasionally, you might want to put what it's for, and you could say mortgage. And that's the end.